here we go. Let's go. We get to draft. All right. Hello. Good morning. All right, this is early access, so everyone is a streamer or pro basically. If you don't recognize the name, it means they're probably a pro. So we have Nikolai, but that's like a different one. Interesting. Funny. Okay. All right, we have opened Figure of the Fable, which I think is the best card here. Lava Leaper is very hit or miss. You have to have the right deck for it. It can actually hurt you more than help you, depending on what you're playing. Lamenter seems great. Changelings are good. The Weaver's done a lot of work for me. Passing a Druid, I think that's fine. Skimmer's great as well, so there's a lot of Changelings here. So we'll probably get a pretty good wheel, but nothing on the power level of Figure of the Fable. So we'll take that. Okay. So I kind of want to lean towards Kithkins with this card, but don't necessarily have to play Kithkins with it for it to be good. We just take the Visor here, which replaces itself, so that's actually a very good card. It's also just Keep Out. Has been good to get some interaction. So I think I'm going to take Keep Out over Council, but I think you go either way. This cuts off the archetype better, which maybe I should do that. You know, actually I changed my mind. In this format, I actually think cutting off the creature type might be more important for signaling. So I'm going to do that and be more aggressive with that early on and see how that goes with the draft. It is early access, so there is no penalty for drafting poorly. It's not like I'm spewing my own gems, so try something different. Normally I would take the interaction there, but I'm going to try and draft more aggressively to cut off the creature type. So I think the Shapeshifter is the only Ithkin here, so I'm going to take it. I don't think it's fine. It's not amazing in limited, I don't think. We're seeing a lot of merfolk, kind of, but no, I think the Shapeshifter is fine. Okay. This is not my favorite Kithkin. I think the Brute is very good. I think this card is just really busted though, right? So I'm going to take Sonify here since there isn't... I don't think this is going to signal to anybody that Kithkins are open, so I'm going to take Personify instead. Okay. This is a decent elf. I would much rather have more of these. Just take some interaction. You could take the fixing if you wanted. You know, 4/4 is not bad, but it's either this or the combat trick. Take the removal. This is a great creature. Like this in the top end. We're going wide. Being able to play this is good. Lots of goblins. More merfolk. More merfolk. But we have a council here. I don't think this card's going to do too much in this format. Unless you have like the rare enchantment to go with it. Some wilds. But yeah. This is just another 4/3 that replaces itself. We do have a very good card that we want to get back. I think the other consideration would be these, but trying to get back some of our better creatures is probably okay. Don't really go super wide yet. I'm gonna take this over the changeling there. I think you could have taken the lifelink changeling. Kind of ran out of time. Let's cut the color. Yeah. Okay. All right. We've opened not my favorite card in the whole world. This does fetch for 2 mana our figure, which makes it much more playable. We're missing out on some decent removal and a good 3. But I think because we have a 1 mana fetchable for 2 mana, I like this card just fine. Good land for us. This is just better than the land if we're only playing 2 colors. Very good red card. Five mana, 4/4 Vigilance Reach Ward 2 that gains you 4 when it enters. Seems good. Thank you. Right. So our colors are really, really contested. So we might need to get creative here. No merfolk, we're kind of open. I'm willing to hedge here. I don't think I want to go here, but I'll take it just in case. I think it's the best card in that pack, and I really wasn't going to be playing the other ones. quite good. Take that over some other very good cards. If only one of these happened to be in the previous pack, it would have been nice, but it's a late command. A little bit too far away from that, though. Right. 2-drop. We are a little bit light on early plays, aren't we? I'll take another Tree Folk. Need earlier plays, but this card's just so much better, I think, than the other. So we'll just have to hope we can get more. The Great Wheel. This is actually a pretty good sign for us. Maybe it just wasn't opened. Felt like in pack 1 we did an okay job of cutting it, but maybe not. What is better here? I guess Reach is better. There's been a lot of flyers in this format. In fact, I'll run one of these. Okay. This card is okay. I would not call it a bomb. It's fine. I wish it gave Indestructible to itself. That would make this card infinitely better. It does not. It's not great. So do I even want it? Would I rather just be drawing more cards? I guess one of these could wheel. I'm worried about my 2-drop situation. I'm going to take it because it's a rare and it does do something. But I don't think that was the open we were looking for. Merfolk Lord. Ugh, no problem though. It's fine. Could take a 2-drop. We could just take a ramp. Seer is very good. If we wanted to still consider splashing red, but in that case we would just take the ramp anyway. I think we want the ramp given our start. But I really would have preferred another 2-drop that's a creature. There we go. This is a perfect 2-drop. That'll get us up to our expensive spells. Sorry. We have a 1-drop. We have Reach for 4 mana. This would even be pretty good in our deck on Splash. I think the 1-drop is fine here with Death Touch. Two-drop is fine. I think we're okay missing out on the Baron. This is a decent combat trick. So we're a little light on removal. Not thrilled about it. But we do have a lot of chonk. And some card draw. And some ways to save our creatures, so I guess we'll be looking to save our creatures instead of trading off. Look out for giants. Another 2-drop is great. the 2-drop. Don't like this dagger in this format. Hey, did wheel. That's nice. Hopefully these will be 4-mana plays. Flash reach is fine. We have a few cuts we need to make. I don't think this deck is that good. It's missing interaction I'd like to see, but it's not terrible either. Yeah. The interaction's just terrible. So, we have 4 ways to save our creatures and 2 ways to destroy something. Not great. Flash can be like mock removal, I guess. This can be mock removal. This can be mock removal. So we don't need this creature. Don't think I need the Death Toucher. I'm gonna go without. Actually, never mind. I have too much Convoke. I need to put it in. Not optional. Guess the Pummeler's not that good in our deck. Go 1 fewer there. I guess I don't need the pennant. I just have to do without. Okay. We're near mono green, actually. We could play mono green. I don't think it's worth it though. Okay. All right. Let's run it. I think the lack of interaction is gonna cost us some games. So let's just hope our opponent doesn't play any unbeatable cards. Okay. Thank you. Okay. We have a fast curve and we have an 0-4. Figure it's removed, that's unfortunate, but that's fine. Okay. Don't think I have any payouts for Vivid. Can't remember. Fine. Okay. That. So many of these. Okay. Have been missing land drops. I like this play. Hmm. 5-5 looks pretty good. I was thinking they might block and we could just save them because they're all elves, but we have the same play next turn. You know, obviously if they have removal, that's unfortunate. I think if they had it, they would have played it. Very nice. Wow. Right. Can't do both, but this is just a move to attacks. I think I'm okay with this. Can't block. Fine. Still dead to the Trampler. Gee. Okay. Not bad. Yeah, I mean, in chat they talked about how they were surprised they were discarding lands to dig. I think their deck was just a really low curve goblin deck. I think they were just looking for their win cons. They maybe didn't need more than 4 mana. It depends on how they drafted. But from what we saw, it looked like just a lot of really small things that they wanted to get going. This is a rough hand. I'm going to keep it. You know, on turn 2 we can mana sink at least, but it needs another land so that we can start playing out other creatures. But it's a rough keep, but it is a keep. You know, if we don't draw land, it's not great. So at least we drew something we could play, but not great. Let's find land. There it is. We're very close to be able to just play this. Actually, next turn we can play this, and we will. I will be tapping my entire board to play this creature. And I don't really think they can attack, because this is just a lot of damage coming back, unless they have a good follow-up. Okay. I'm gonna copy my figure. The Duelist, okay. Yeah, I can see that on this board. That making sense. Sure. They have a way to bounce this. This is a lot of damage coming at me. But we are so far behind that I like this move. So what tricks are there? I guess there's +2/+2. I'm gonna take it. They can still use it defensively, I guess, but that's too sus of an attack. And we have good things, and this is kind of holding off that. So my guess is it's a +2/+2. Right, land is good. Five or 4/3 that draws. Taking 3 in the air. I think that's fine. Let's go draw a card first. Such is nice here, given what we think they have. Be patient. Okay. So it could be bounce. It could be a lot of things. It could be +2. It could be both. I think I don't mind this. I don't know the tricks well enough in this format to make a really, really, really informed block here. So we're just going to do this and hope it's good enough. Fine. A lot of merfolk. The deck is great. Okay. Really wanted to hit land. I mean, we just have to survive till we can make our figure of the fable winnable. Have to assume they have a bounce for it, so it's gonna be a while. Might die before then if they have the right interaction. I do like that they had to use that on our figure, but we were gonna bounce that anyway. So next turn we could get them because they're gonna assume the in the air attack is fine. Okay. Still think they have the trick of +2/+2. So kill here. Block here. Go here. Seven. Get the last trick out of their hand, hopefully. Yep, we want that. Nine does seem pretty good here. Very much so. Surprised they didn't attack with more. I mean, this is the target I wanted to flicker anyway. For extra value, so thrilled. We'll be going for the double block. Not happy about it, but they have the pump, they still only take one. They have destroyed target blocker. It's really bad. Could be either way. Very nice. Okay. Feeling good. Guess I missed 1 point of damage. Oops. They don't deal with the 4/5. We win next turn. Yeah. They're just... I don't think they could afford to take that 11 hit, but they also couldn't afford to trade off their whole board, right? So... they could still have interaction. Yeah. This desperation. Here. 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 Take that one. Okay. That'll just trade. Well, oh, now it won't. Oh, that was pretty good. Nice little blowout. That was neat. They're out of cards though, so GG's. Good game. Yeah, let's do it. That was a very good deck we were against, by the way. So, that was a big win. They looked like they were lacking interaction as well. I think Personify won us that game, flickering the 4/4, gaining life, being able to block. This is fine. This is not a card you want to see in your opening hand, but it's still good. Have an aggressive deck here that we are against. I will trade, because this can kill it anyway. I actually think I want to Surveil instead of Ramp, because I don't really have a 3-mana play anyway, and I want to hit lands. Good. Making sure. Because we can do next turn this plus this. So... attacks first. I mean, they either have a very expensive hand or something's going on over there. It's good. Vogue, huh? Yeah, I mean, just like in Sealed, you hardly saw any goblin decks, but now you're seeing in draft a lot of goblin decks. So I think people going into the open lane have been doing that. Okay. Well, if they have a trick, I'd rather lose the elf. That is good for us. I wanted to have this surveil. Yeah, I want land, I think. I don't want to get greedy here. Oh, emojis are fun. Okay. They have a board wipe, they do. They're at 1. Okay. Right. GG's. We drew it anyway. Nice 3-0 start. This is where we're going to be paired against the decks that open the mythics, and we're not going to be able to compete because we don't have good enough interaction, but I'm a little bit feeling a little more optimistic because we were able to beat that Merfolk deck, so maybe curving out and not having interaction is fine in this format. There are some formats where that's true. Really want to draw a 2-drop. Not this 2-drop. Alright. I'm not going to get greedy with the damage. It's much better to hold this open. Sure. I really like that this says flash. It works really well with this, protecting our Kithkin. Also, we can hold open the pump. Lots of options here. I'm gonna try and make us discard a card. Hate to lose a playable 3-drop, but I think we're just going to do better things. In this situation, I am just going to make a 4/5. Debating going for the card draw, but we're just so close to making this an unbeatable card that I prefer it. That getting +3 is very unfortunate for us. I was planning blocking it. Now I can't. Ouch. I think I am. Looking here. This is kind of miserable. Read versus not. That's huge for us. That gets... Oh, it doesn't get a color off the board. I was like, oh, it gets a color off the board. No, we're still in a bad spot. Alright. Trying to hit a land. Good. Have to save my reach blocker if I want to win this race. Which means our other win con might die, but at this point, that's where we're at. And I have to go for it. I mean, we still lose if they have bounce. So. Yes. That's huge. Ah. Oh man. Yeah. GG's. Ooh. Yeah. Bro. Okay. It needs help. We might be making a 2/2 for 3 mana. If we do, I'll be very sad. Find some action here. Okay. 1/4 is pretty good against a 1/3. Brutal. A very good card. Not feeling great about our chances here. I think given their colors, I think we do want to save being able to destroy enchantments and flyers. So it's a little bit painful at the moment. I think I value the 3 power more on this board. Don't think that's good enough. Okay. It's fine. Yeah. Oh, look at us. How much power is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not that big. Here. Could do a 5, 6. I'm gonna attack. They have a trick. They do. Not. Fine too. Still counts towards these. Have a lot of card draw. I'm gonna take the physical one because I don't think they have grave recursion, and if they have bounce, like run away together, that makes this card being a token more awkward. Of course they have more. Like, are we serious? I guess we are in the 4-0 bracket. So much card draw. Alright. Good thing a 4-3 is decent here still. I mean, they could draw themselves out. Am I trying to be aggressive, or am I sitting back with how much they have going on? Maybe I'll start attacking next turn. I mean, they're gonna draw their whole deck. We have to beat their entire deck here, which is not easy. Okay, really wanted that to be a land. Yeah, this is draft. We are currently 4-0, so. Alright, that could kill us. But I think they'll draw their deck out before pinging us down at this rate. Let's see. I mean, their board is really wide. Okay. Does not give hexproof, so it's a bit of a problem. 14 cards in library. Just hope they can't cast their spells because they'll deck themselves? I don't know. I mean, the reality is if they attack with their 2/4s, I might actually just let them hit because, yeah. Because if I do, they still have to draw cards, and if I'm trying to deck them, that's more important than taking 2. I kind of wish I had like a 1/3 or an 0/4 to bounce, but that's fine. Can't believe they're still taking cards. Wow. Okay. Kill the flyer. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. Block 5. 5, so I'm taking 3, 4, 5, 9. Could die to the Flamecaster. Did get us down low enough. Yep. They're gonna like win with 2 cards left. Sure. Okay. Here. Soaking up the most amount of damage. Yep. Just dead. GG's. This is why I like elementals. Definitely said that in my guide. Exactly how I thought elementals would play. They look good. Okay. We can fetch our best card with this. I think this turn. This. And I'm not going to run this out until I can hold open our protection. Five, six. Heyo. Luck. Sure. Yep. pretty good. Don't think it wins, though. Not quite. $19. Soak up the damage. Get hit for 14, be fine. What a card. Oh. Yep. That was fun. Okay. In this case, I think I'm just curving out 1, 2, 3, and hopefully 4. They have the spell that does 2 and 1. That's really bad for us. Go. Slight change of plans with drawing this. Especially against red-black. Ooh. Ooh. That is a very interesting include. Okay. Yeah. He's greedy. Okay. Haynes. Man, maybe they are doing Vivid. Really need them to not have interaction for one more turn, and that is not interaction. Fantastic. Needed a land there. Guess in theory we did get a land. we go. I mean, maybe they're just like unlucky with their draws. Maybe they do have green. Who knows? It deals 4 damage to that creature instead. Okay. Sure. Does set us back mana-wise. They have another spell. It's unfortunate. Okay. Sure. Keep that. GG's. Six and 1. Let's go for the trophy. Yeah. Figure of Fable MVP. There it is. Seems good. Although I also have to say that the Personify is equally important in this build. So guess I could have pumped. Stake. Trying to decide if I want to like get rid of this. I guess we'll just hold open. Double pump. I don't think there's anything wrong with running out these two. And maybe that would be correct against blue. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll let them draw a card if they want. That's fine. We can destroy target enchantment. We'll reset our figure, but that's fine. Glad they feel like that's necessary. Actually like doing this turn though. Getting another big threat out there. Okay. They also had a big guy. So what is my best line? They might not block this. That was very risky of them to block that. Yeah. I was about to say, it is a very, very bold block. I think I want to just hold open the flash / blow up their enchantment. Because they're going to be incentivized to use removal here on my 5/6, so. Hexproof and indestructible. Sure. Pretty good. We'll now destroy that instead of have my other wing con. Unfortunate. I think it's right. This is all fine with us. Okay. Well, let's hope we can get there. We do need to get reach at some point here. Because they can just keep having infinite trump blockers. I guess I could have surveilled first. That would have been wise. That works. Can I race? I think I have to try. Come on. No. Are you serious? It's brutal. That's so brutal. Yikes. They couldn't bring back 2 creatures, maybe. Yeah. GG's. Okay. This is technically our fable. Good card. Have to run out 2 drop to be able to remove that. Would have liked to done other things. One drop? That's so best case scenario for them. Well. Okay. I think I still need to kill the lifelink first strike, but I am tempted to kill the 3/3 instead. I don't think I can do that. Luckily, they are tapped out. I think this is a good attack. I'm not blocking a 3/3 anyway. Gain 2, so it doesn't matter. Unless they pump it, we take 1 extra. Fine. We're behind anyway. If we draw land, we can land this. That would be pretty good. Really? Yep, our deck's good. They're just going to go too wide for us. Any interaction, and we're not in a good spot here. We were on the draw or play. Does anybody remember? I think we were on the draw against this. Yeah. Okay, well. We'll go get our Fable and hope it's enough. Okay. I mean, they kind of need removal for the figure. So if it's not that, looks like it is. Six. This is just a pass. Gonna have to go for it. It's pretty good. I almost think maybe they should have made a bunch of 1/1s with their mana instead of playing out the 2/2 that gets bigger. Because I think they have to bank on going wide enough to kill me first. I'm gonna get a little bit greedy and try and draw a land here. On a land. Okay. Right. Are they wide enough to kill me? GG's. That's a trophy. Alright. Feels good to do a spontaneous stream and trophy. Fantastic. Anyway, that was the draft for this format. I am tired. I have other things I need to do today. So unfortunately, I think it's just going to be the one draft. But I'm glad everybody could join me for it. Cool deck. So, near mono green. Thought these were really good. I'm glad I took them in the draft over some of the synergy cards. This ended up being useful. Not a lot of interaction, but that was fine. And I think like a lot of the top decks weren't running a lot of interaction, right? A lot of them were just, I'm gonna play more creatures to the board than you, swarm you, win. Like even the elemental deck, you know, it was a spells deck technically, right? It's just all creatures pretty much. I don't think they had a lot of removal or interaction, so creature heavy set, which means getting something big is good. Obviously, Figure of the Fable is a busted broken card. But we had good interaction to save it and make sure we keep our win con, and that basically was the win con of the deck. I'm glad we decided to keep this in as a second copy of Figure to go fetch. That was important. So, yeah. Fun time. Our sideboard was good. We left a lot of good cards in the side. So the draft was pretty successful. So, thanks for joining me. And, yeah, I'll see you next time.